This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 492, The Number One Reason You're Not Losing Weight, by Dr. Monali Desai of ifwewerefamily.com. And I'm Dr. Neil, your very own personal narrator. Welcome to a Tuesday edition of Optimal Health Daily. Remember, this is one of 5 podcasts where we read to you from blogs for free so that you don't have to read them yourself, except on Fridays. That's where I usually answer your questions. If you want to check out our other shows, just search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this. Now today, I'm reading from a new author, Dr. Monali Desai. She's a cardiologist and helps busy people learn how to lose weight and improve their cholesterol and blood sugar levels using science-backed advice, which is something I love. She also offers a free guide, which you can find on her website. I'm sure you're excited to hear from one of our newest contributors, so let's get right to today's post and start optimizing your life. The Number One Reason You're Not Losing Weight, by Dr. Monali Desai of ifwewerefamily.com. Do you keep promising yourself you're going to eat healthier next week? Why is it always next week? Are you too busy driving your kids to school, from school, to practice, from practice? How are you ever going to make time for yourself? The truth is, you're not. Unless you make a decision right now to make yourself a priority. Otherwise, there will always be another project, another birthday party, another commitment to someone that isn't you. You could live your whole life this way, or you can start making yourself a priority today. How I make myself a priority. I'm a cardiologist. Some weeks I work close to 120 hours, so I know it can be hard to take care of yourself when you're too busy working or taking care of your kids or your significant other or all the other important people in your life. When I'm working that much, I find it hard to focus on things like eating healthy and working out. They just don't seem that important. But the negative effects of not taking care of myself are never good. I find whenever I stop eating healthy for more than a week, I start putting on weight. Here are some things that I've found that help me make me a priority that can help you make yourself a priority too. Tip number 1, decide what your number one priority for yourself is. Just pick one thing. You can't simultaneously work on 5 different things at the same time and realistically make progress on all of them. I've tried it. It doesn't work. What will happen is you'll end up accomplishing things that were less important to you at the expense of the things that were more important to you. Tip number 2, write down your number one priority every day. This could be done in a journal, a planner, on your calendar, or even just a Post-it note. Writing it down every day, preferably at the beginning of the day, will help you remember your number one priority because it's easy to forget when other people start demanding your time and energy. Tip number 3, tell someone you can count on to be your accountability partner. I usually tell my mom or my sister. Then ask your accountability partner to check in with you once a month, like the first of the month, or a day that's easy for you both to remember. This will help you review what happened, what worked, and what didn't. And it can help you troubleshoot problems that are stopping you from making yourself a priority. Tip number 4, plan for obstacles. For example, if you have trouble losing weight because you grab fast food when you're running late or are in a hurry, try planning out your meals for yourself and your family on Sunday and consider a delivery grocery or meal service so that you always have something ready to go even when you're late. Tip number 5, know when to say no. Once you set one specific priority, then you'll know when to say no. If your number one priority for yourself is to lose weight and your office mate brings you freshly baked chocolate chip cookies, you know what to say. You know to say no because it moves you away from your number one priority of losing weight. Bonus points if you can actually say that out loud so your office mate stops bringing you cookies. Being honest out loud is hard, I know. Tip number 6, stop feeling guilty. Speaking of hard, I know this is difficult because you don't like letting people down, but if you don't take care of yourself, you won't be your best to take care of other people. Tip number 7, try something out for a few weeks. If it doesn't work, try something else. Like if you're trying to eat healthy, try changing what you eat for breakfast for a few weeks. If that doesn't work, try changing what you eat for lunch instead. If it's really your number one priority, then keep trying different things until you find something that works. And lastly, tip number 8, hit pause when you start to feel frustrated. When you feel yourself getting frustrated, don't crash and burn. Instead, take a break, and start again next week. The day to change is today. Why? Because let's be real. Every year there are going to be more commitments, more catastrophes, and more obligations. You'll never again have less to do than you do today. That's real life. So it's now or never. What if you do nothing? Then next year you can be in the exact same place you are today. But you don't have to be. Losing weight or whatever your number one priority for yourself is within your reach, and it will always be worth going after. Start with baby steps. The most important thing I can say from my experience as a cardiologist is to start small. Start with baby steps. It can be easy to get super excited and try to make sweeping changes for one day or even for 1 month. But for most people, that won't last a lifetime. Start with one small change that you can commit to this week and next year and the year after. Your goal is to commit to your number one priority to yourself long term. You just listened to the post titled, "The Number One Reason You're Not Losing Weight" by Dr. Monali Y. Desai of ifwewerefamily.com. And again, you can get her free guide right there on her site. Thank you again to Dr. Monali for giving us permission to narrate her articles. Now, I'll be honest, when I first read the title of her blog, I was very suspicious. This was, of course, before I read the actual content of the blog. But when I read "The Number One Reason You're Not Losing Weight," I thought, here we go, a quick fix solution. Just try this supplement. Just do this one thing and you'll lose weight. And so I was so happy to read this blog to you because it wasn't that at all. It was all about choosing the one thing that you want to change. It was all about, once you've done that, starting small. It was about, if it doesn't work the first time, that's okay. Try it again and maybe try something a little different. I'm a huge fan of approaching behavior change, of lifestyle change in this way. And when we look at the actual research or the data out there, this is what we're learning. If you could take small steps that you can continue to do over the long term, it now becomes a lifestyle. You can't imagine living without that behavior, and all of a sudden, results start to happen. Now, once again, before I go, if you want to hear more blogs being narrated to you for free, you can hear topics like personal development, personal finance, business, and relationships. You can do that by listening to all of our shows. Just search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this to find them. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you as always for listening. Thank you for being a subscriber of the show. Thank you for checking out our Instagram page. Have a great rest of your day. I'll be back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this show and Optimal Living Daily, the brother podcast of this one. Literally, I'm Dr. Neil's brother. If you like the format of this show, you'll love Optimal Living Daily too, where I also read to you from blogs, but cover other topics like personal development, finance, and minimalism from bloggers like Derek Sivers, The Minimalists, Zen Habits, and many more. So for more amazing content read to you for free, come subscribe to Optimal Living Daily too, and together we'll optimize your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Health Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com. That's oldpodcast.com for a free gift, as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.